Good morning everyone. My name is Yasvi Rohila and I am in front of you to discuss next 20 questions, and you are already aware of that we started a series of PYQs. In that series I have taken 3 classes of 20 questions each, and in that series today I am going to take next 20 questions. Without wasting time, let us start with our first question of today. And the first question says, which of the following is the best description of INS Astradharini that was in news recently? If you are aware of the news, then Astradharini, before that we were having Astravahini, INS stands for Indian Navy. It is an Indian naval vessel. Astravahini is a torpedo launch and recovery vessel. What is a torpedo? Torpedo is an underwater self-propelled explosive. Have you seen the missile? This is underwater missile, and we define it. This is underwater self-propelled explosive, and this Astravahini is torpedo launch and recovery. What is the meaning of recovery launch is very clear from the name. We are launching the torpedo, the underwater explosive, with the help of Astradharini, and before that Astravahini was doing the same work. We decommissioned Astravahini and we brought Astradharini in the year 2015. Now recovery means when you carry out a trial of launching different weapons through this launch system, then it does not contain the explosive. It will travel throughout its stipulated distance, then it will become inactive. After it becomes inactive, it floats on the water surface. So this vessel Astradharini, it will recover it. This is the meaning of recovery. Clear? Now after this information, let us read the different options. Amphibious warfare ship, this is nowhere related with nuclear powered submarine. No, we are having only one nuclear powered submarine, Arihant class. Torpedo launch and recovery vessel, this is the right answer for this question. Now the second question. India is an important member of International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor. If this experiment succeeds, what is the immediate advantage for India? Look at this. It is ITER. In short, ITER, International Thermonuclear. If you extend this term, thermo and nuclear, and even if you don't know the exact answer of this question, how you can derive the answer from the basic content. For example, we are having reactor here. The term used reactor. Reactor means it will be either doing nuclear fission or nuclear fusion. In the reactor there can be only two possibilities, nuclear fission and the nuclear fusion. Fission, you know, only the normal nuclear power plants we are using, they are based on the nuclear fission of uranium-235. And here thermo means heat. Heat means high temperature. Nuclear means you are using nuclei, lighter nuclei, which are fused at very high temperature, and this is nothing but the nuclear fusion reaction. So if you are carrying out this nuclear fusion reaction in the laboratory, experimental means you are carrying out it in the laboratory. Laboratory means you are carrying out in a controlled condition, because it is the basic principle of the hydrogen bomb, and it is very difficult to control the amount of energy it will release. So if you are able to control the amount of energy it creates, then you can use this amount of energy for thermal power generation. This is the main benefit of this experiment. If you have this much information, then you can easily solve this question. It can use thorium in place of uranium for power generation? No, because this will be nuclear fission reaction, not the fusion. Fusion happens only under very high temperature. To launch a hydrogen bomb, you require launching a atom bomb first. Why? Because in the hydrogen bomb, the basic principle is nuclear fusion, fusion of two lighter nuclei to create one heavier nuclei. This is the nuclear fusion reaction, and it requires millions of degrees Celsius temperature to fuse lighter nuclei with each other. So it happens only at very high temperature. That's why we call this thermonuclear. So this statement is nowhere related with this question. It can attain a global role in satellite navigation. No information, no correlation between satellite navigation and the thermonuclear. The next statement, it can drastically improve the efficiency of its fission reactions in power generation, but here it is reverse of the fission reaction. It can build fusion reactors for power generation. Clear? This will be the right answer for this question, and guidance for this answer is coming from thermonuclear, and second here experimental. Experimental means you are able to control the amount of energy generated out of this experiment. So the answer is D. It can build fusion reactors for the power generation. The basic difference between nuclear fission and the fusion is that in the nuclear fission, heavier nuclei which are highly unstable, having neutron to proton ratio more than 83 degrees Celsius, they split into lighter nuclei. For example, uranium-235 is used as a nuclear fission material because it is radioactive and highly unstable. With the hitting of a neutron, it gets split into lighter nuclei. This is an example of the nuclear fission reaction, but in the nuclear fusion reaction, your lighter nuclei fuse together to create one heavier nuclei. Here the amount of energy generation is many times more than the nuclear fission reaction, and nuclear fusion is the principle for the heat energy given by the sun, given by any star. Next question, what is greased lightning 10? This is purely a current affairs based question. Greased lightning 10. First, even if you know the first layer of information regarding this, you can solve the question. So always focus more on the first layer of information. Here, if you know this is an aircraft, this much information is sufficient to solve this question. If you know the details, it is better. If you don't know the detail, at least you must know this is one aircraft. This is electric powered aircraft developed by NASA. Basically, the main mechanism here, you are using diesel electric engines. Why diesel I am stating? Electricity will be the main energy to drive the engine of this aircraft, but for charging the battery of that electricity generating fuel cells, you require a engine which can provide energy to the batteries. So for providing energy to the batteries, you are also using diesel here, and this aircraft is having long wings, and a wing is having like almost 10 electric motors. Out of these 10, 2 are used for the diesel. Diesel will be supplying power to the other 8 units which are having lithium batteries. Those lithium batteries will be storing energy generated by the diesel, and that energy will be used to propel this aircraft. This was already tested, electric plane tested by NASA. The first A will be the right answer for this question. This is our next question. Regarding DigiLocker, sometimes seen in the news, which of the following statements are correct? First, let me explain about the DigiLocker. DigiLocker means digital locker. Digi means digital. It is a locker on the cloud. Cloud means on the internet. This cloud service is provided by the government of India, and here you can store your different documents issued by different departments and different governments. So in a way you can have easy access of your documents. You can share your documents from this location, and every authority which demands any of your document, it can verify all those documents from the DigiLocker. Clear? If you are showing your driving license to a police officer, then it will be valid. So DigiLocker is like cloud service given by the government, so it is having legal sanctity. Clear? With this information, let us look on the given options. I will add further information in that. It is a digital locker system offered by government under Digital India program. Yes, this statement is a right statement. It allows you to access your e-documents irrespective of your physical location. This is also true. You can have access of your documents from anywhere, anytime. I think this is a simple question and both the given statements are right. Let us move on the next question. With reference to the astro set, astro means to astronomy, set means the satellite. If you go on the basic, you bifurcate it, astronomy, set means a satellite. It is an observatory to study different cosmological phenomena, different cosmological objects like different stars, planets, black hole, even the dark matter. So AstroSat is an observatory launched by India. Now look on the different statements. Other than USA and Russia, India is the only country to have launched a similar observatory into the space. This is a wrong statement, because we are having similar observatories launched by number of countries like European Union, Russia, China, Japan. Clear? India is the 6th country to have AstroSat. Now the next, AstroSat is a 2000 kg satellite. See, some questions will be demanding deep information in the UPSC. So while reading the current affairs, you must focus on the second layer of information. What do I mean by the second layer of information? Sometimes a statement is generally asked on the basis of the first information, like we discussed last question about the aircraft, but sometimes they go deeper also. So slightly depth is known as the second layer. You limit your study first layer, second layer, almost up to this extent you will be able to solve every question. AstroSat weight is not 2000 kg. I am roughly telling you its weight is around 1500 kg. So this makes this wrong, but still let us read the second part of it. And orbit is at 1650 km above the surface of the earth. It is not 1650, it is only 650 km. So they always play with the numbers. When there are any facts in your question, please go through the facts in a very attentive mood, because UPSC will always be changing few things. Like you will be remembering like something 650, but they have written 1 before the 650. So entirely they changed the factual information here. So the second statement is also wrong and first is also wrong. Now command says correct. Please also check always correct or incorrect, because sometimes you will be having all the information with you, but your question will not be right. Reason being, you have to read this command very carefully. Now here, neither 1 nor 2, this will be the right answer for this question. The next question, With reference to pre-packaged items in India, it is mandatory to the manufacturer to put which of the following information on the main label as per the Food Safety and Standards Packaging and Labeling Regulations 2011. We are having one Food Safety and Standards Authority of India Act 2006. This act basically deals with the requirement of the packaged food products, and every packaged food product is required to be labeled properly about the different ingredients and different their nutritional value, etc. But you cannot write that it is prescribed by, recommended by a particular profession. This is prohibited. Everything else is to be furnished on the label. Now let us look on the different options. List of ingredients required, nutrition information required, if made by medical profession, recommendations if any made by medical profession, about the possibility of any allergic reaction. You cannot write any recommendation. Recommendations are not allowed. Third statement is a wrong statement. Fourth, yes, green and brown mark symbolizing vegetarian nature or non-vegetarian nature. So this is also right. Let us look on this. Here 3, here 3. So we are having only one statement, 1, 2 and 4. C is the right answer for this question. Next question, Mangalyaan. Mangalyaan is also known as Mars Orbiter mission. It was launched on 5th November 2013. Orbiter means it stayed in the orbit and it carried out different experiments like study of the Martian atmosphere. It was having one methane probe to study the presence of methane over the Mars surface. It detected the presence of methane, which hinted the presence of microbial life over the surface of the Mars. Along with that, it was having high resolution camera to study the geographical features, morphological features of the Mars surface. It was having number of spectrometers to study the chemical composition of different objects present on the surface of the Mars. Clear? This is all about the Mars Orbiter mission. Now let us look on the given options. And India became the first country to do this in the first flight, and overall India became the 4th country to go for any interplanetary mission after India, Russia and European Union. Now with this information, let us look. Is called Mars Orbiter mission. This is a right statement. Made India the 2nd country to have a spacecraft orbit. Not the 2nd country, we are the 4th country. After US, Russia and European Union, it made India the only country to be successful in making its peaceful orbit with Mars in the very first attempt. This is a right statement. 1 and 3 both are right. Answer will be C. What is Rio Plus 20 conference? If you are reading the current affairs, in the 1992 we held one UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, and for its the meeting was held in the 1992 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That conference is known as the Earth Summit. That is in context to the environment. So it is the UN Conference on Sustainable Development. It is a ministerial meeting of the WTO, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So C will be the right answer for this. Clear? The term Goldilocks zone, this is an area from the sun, or you can say any star, where life is possible. Clear? For this region, these are the habitable zones. The limits of habitable zone above the surface of the earth. Regions inside the earth where shale gas, this is wrong. Search for earth-like planets in outer space. A will be the right answer for this question. With reference to the fuel cell, fuel cells convert chemical energy into electrical energy, but they make direct current, not the alternating current. Here you use pure hydrogen and oxygen, which give rise to the water and the heat. Yes, the first statement is a right statement. Pure hydrogen is used as a fuel. Second, fuel cell can be used for powering buildings. Buildings can be powered, but small devices can be powered like laptop and the smartphone. So this is a wrong statement, and this is also a wrong statement. It produces direct current. The right answer for this question will be A. What can be the impact of excessive use of nitrogenous fertilizer in India? We use ammonium and nitrate. Ammonium and nitrate. Sorry students, I am taking a break of 2 minutes, feeling slightly vomiting. I am really sorry for the interruption. Let us start again. What this question says, it is about excessive use of nitrogenous fertilizers, and we are using basically two types of nitrogenous fertilizers, ammonia and the nitrate. If you look at the structure of the ammonia, NH4 plus, if you use the ammonia fertilizers, it will be converted into the nitrate while you release it in the soil. When you release it in the soil, it will release these hydrogen ions, two hydrogen ions in the soil. And we know when the hydrogen ions will move into the soil, it will enhance the acidity. What is acidic? Acidic means it is the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration, and for this reason the more the hydrogen ions, the lesser will be the pH, more will be the acidity. So in a way these nitrogenous fertilizers can also increase acidity of the soil. Basically nitrogenous fertilizers means these are the chemicals which are providing nitrogen to the soil. Now why you provide nitrogen to the soil? Because it is one of the essential primary nutrient for the plants, and these fertilizers provide primary nutrient to the plants. Now with this information, let us look on the given options. Proliferation of nitrogen fixing microorganisms in soil can occur. No, it cannot occur. Why? What is the role of the nitrogen fixing microorganisms? Nitrogen fixing microorganisms will fix the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, and make it available in the usable form to the plants. But we are supplying nitrogen from outside in the usable form, then we don't require these microorganisms. If we don't require these microorganisms, their number will not be multiplied, because we are getting already solubilized form of nitrogen. So the number of nitrogen fixing microbes will not multiply by using nitrogenous fertilizers. This is a wrong statement here. So the first, if you look at the given options, if you know this much information, you have your answer for this, because only there is one statement. Okay, two statements are there, 2 and 3. Let us look on the second statement. Increase in the acidity of the soil. This is a right statement. Reason I have shared with you. It will furnish hydrogen ions in the soil. Leaching of nitrate to the groundwater can occur. Yes, this is also feasible. Reason being, when we use any nitrogenous fertilizer, these are basically chemicals. When chemicals are going in the soil, these chemicals can be leached down in the water table from the soil. Clear? This is possible. Reason being, these are water soluble and these can also become the part of the groundwater. This is also a right statement. Second and third both are right, and answer for this question will be third. Next question. With reference to the fly ash produced by the power plants using coal as fuel, which of the following statements are correct? Let me talk about first the fly ash. Fly ash means unburnt hydrocarbons. Fly ash means unburnt hydrocarbons released in a coal-based power plant. These unburnt hydrocarbons come out with the flue gases. When it is coming out with the flue gases, it will scattered around the power plant. When it will scattered around the power plant, it will be harmful for the plants and other organisms. Even it is also harmful for the water body to the land surface. So the focus of our government is to utilize this for the productive purpose. How we can utilize this? This question is asking about all this. So you can make the bricks. You can make the bricks with the use of the fly ash. Already we are making it. Second, you can also replace the Portland cement with the fly ash. This is also possible. You can also repair the like shallow areas. You can use it like a filling material. It is also feasible. So now with this information, let us look on the given options. Fly ash can be used in the production of bricks. Yes, we are already using. Look on the word here, can be. Even if you don't have the exact information, you can have an estimation like can be means probability. Obviously it can be used because it is only a like unburnt hydrocarbon. If you will join these particles, small particles, you can make a brick also. Second option, fly ash can be used as a replacement for some of the Portland cement content. Yes, I told you about. These are dust particles similar to the dust particles, but having a peculiar chemical composition. What is the chemical composition of the fly ash? This question may again come in the UPSC. They will be focusing on the chemical composition of the fly ash. Chemical composition, it contains aluminium oxide, silicon oxide, calcium oxide, iron oxide. Please remember the metals. You will be surprised that how can be such metals and oxides are available in the unburnt hydrocarbon form. But these are present in actual. This is like the normal information. One information which is against the common sense. It also contains mercury, uranium, thorium. Please mind it, I am talking about mercury, uranium, thorium. These are also the component of the fly ash. Mercury, uranium, thorium, cadmium, all lead, cadmium, lead. These heavy metals are also part of Pb means lead, Cd means cadmium. These heavy metals are the part of the fly ash. This is about the chemical composition. Now with this information, let us look on the given options. Portland cement option, it is made up of silicon oxide and calcium oxide only. We are having only two statements, not the third one. Silicon oxide, dioxide, yes, I told you about the silicon oxide. It is silicon dioxide only. And then calcium oxide, yes, calcium oxide is also stated by me. So both are present here. Only, the word is only here. That's why we need to read the statement with proper attention. Everything they have written is the right, but they have used the word only, which is wrong. This is not, these two are not the only components. We have number of other components which makes this statement wrong and does not contain any toxic element. They contain toxic elements like the mercury is toxic and heavy metals, lead, thorium and uranium, these are the toxic metals. So we cannot say this is a right statement for two reasons, the word only and does not contain any toxic element. So this second statement is a wrong statement and only first statement is the right statement here, and here there is no option given for this. This option is wrongly framed. If you will look at the proper question which came in the UPSC, it will be saying C, one only. There will be a statement one only. It will be the right answer for this question here because the first statement is only right. Or it may be like this one. This third statement starts from this point, and by this way the second statement is also right. If we consider this as a part of the third statement, then first and second statement, two statements are right here, and your answer will be first and second. B option will be the right answer. This will be the third statement. Fly ash is made up of silicon dioxide and calcium oxide only. This is the part of the third statement, and this statement is a wrong statement. Next question, H1N1 virus sometimes mentioned in the news. See, this is a category of influenza virus. Now let me tell you about other influenza virus. Influenza virus is a common cold virus, and we are having number of substrains of the influenza virus. One substrain of influenza virus is the H1N1, and other notable substrain of influenza virus H5N1. I am talking about influenza A virus. Which is responsible for the common cold. First time we heard about the H1N1 in the year 2009, and this is basically present in the pigs. So we call this swine flu virus, For this region, we call this swine flu. This virus transmitted from the pigs to the humans. The person who are working with the pigs, there are high probability that this virus may get transferred from the pigs inside them. So for this region, we call the developed symptoms as zoonotic disease. It is transferred in the healthy persons. For this region, we call it zoonotic disease. Zoonotic means these are the disorders or disease of the animals which over the time period are getting transferred to the humans. So all those disorders are known as zoonotic disease. This is the swine flu, H1N1. What about H5N1? This was also in the news. This is present in the birds. So we call this avian flu or bird flu. Avian flu or bird flu. Now please remember how you can remember this. As a student, I remember this. 11 means pig, HN11 means pig, and 51 is bird. Directly remember the numerical part. 51 for the birds, 11 for the pigs. So it is asking you about H1N1. H1N1 is about the swine flu. Clear? The answer here will be the D. And what about AIDS? AIDS, we know it is caused by the HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. HIV virus, human immunodeficiency virus. Bird flu I discussed with you. Dengue we have already discussed. See, these things are getting repeated one way or another way. So it is advised you to study the previous year questions for this region. Dengue we discussed. It is a vector-borne disorder, fever, and spread by Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. We also discussed the similar type of disorders like Zika virus is also spread by the same variety of the mosquito, and yellow fever, Japanese encephalitis and chikungunya, all are spread by these mosquitoes, Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus. When you study any PYQ, also try to find out all the terms related with the question. It may happen that the same terms may be repeated in the future. So you are advised to study all the terms while solving the PYQ. Here the right answer will be D. Next, with reference to the use of nanotechnology in the health sector, which of the following statements are correct? First, let me define nanotechnology for you. Nano means nanometer. It is a unit of length. Technology means the development of various products and services by using the science of nanoparticles. Clear? What is technology? Technology is the application of the science. Here the science is about the nanomaterials. Nanomaterials are those materials whose size will be 1 to 100 nanometer. So a question may come. In the nanotechnology, we study materials between this size range, ranging between 1 to 100 nanometer, and this science will be resulting into the formation of certain theories and the principles. On the basis of those theories and principles, you are developing certain products and services, and this process is known as nanotechnology. Now it is talking about the nanotechnology in the health sector, and the biggest application of nanotechnology in the health sector is the targeted drug delivery system. What do you mean by targeted drug delivery system? For example, I want to target a drug for the cancerous cells in the body. For example, a person is having a cancer in a particular location in the body. So I want to give the medicine. That medicine will be effective only in that part of the body, not in other parts, because all the anti-cancer medicines are are intending to kill the cells. Here our intention is, our objective is to kill the cancerous cells, not to kill the normal body cells. How it can be done? It can be done by use of nanotechnology. In the nanotechnology we are having graphene, carbon nanotubes and fullerene. These are the allotropes of the carbon of the nanoscale. Clear? These allotropes can be used for the targeted drug delivery system. These allotropes can be conjugated with certain molecules like carbohydrates, amino acids, and to those carbohydrates and amino acids we can attach our drug molecule. Now these drug molecules will be also will be having certain molecules which will be finding a particular receptor over the cancerous cells, and those receptors will be attacking only on the cancer cell, not on the normal body cell. So you can use it for the targeted drug delivery. This is a right statement. Nanotechnology can largely contribute to the gene therapy. In the recent years, like in the 2021, one scientist invented one laser. That laser can be used to manipulate the sequence of nitrogenous bases in the DNA, and that we are doing at the genetic level. At the genetic level means at the level of the DNA. Basically we are using the nanotechnology there. So this type of manipulation of the genes is known as the gene therapy. This is also a right statement. So both 1 and 2 both are right. The right answer will be the C. Next question says NFC, near field communication technology. Near field communication technology means it is a wireless communication technology, wireless technology to transfer data between devices, between electronic devices. Here the data can be transferred for less than 4 centimeter. When two devices are less than 4 centimeters away, then only NFC can work. This is the main funda. Here you are transferring data by using RFID field. RFID means radio frequency identification. Radio frequency identification field, and this field will be transferring data by using the radio waves with a frequency of 13.56 megahertz. This frequency will be used to transfer the data, and this frequency will be able to give you a data speed of maximum 424 kbps. Now, and one more information, the data transferred by using NFC is in the encrypted form. Encrypted means in the coded form. It cannot be changed or intercepted by anyone. And encrypted means encoded. Encoded means you have converted the normal data into the coded formed data. Now with this information, let us look on the given statements. It is a contactless communication technology that uses electromagnetic radio fields. It is a right statement. It is designed for devices which can be at a distance of even a meter. This is a wrong. I told you this can only work for less than 4 centimeter. So the second statement is a wrong statement. Now the third, NFC can use encryption when sending sensitive information. Yes, obviously it is using the NFC. This is also a right statement. So the except second, 1 and 3 both are right, and for this reason the right answer for this question will be the C. The next question, in which of the following activities are the Indian remote sensing satellites used? We discussed about remote sensing and the geostationary satellites. I am telling you the questions are getting repeated. This is again a repeat question from the past year questions. Remote sensing, we classified satellites into categories: remote sensing and communication satellites. Clear? Remote sensing satellites, remote means from a distance, sensing means you are gathering the information from a distance. How you can gather information from a distance? By using different devices installed on the satellite, and such satellites are known as Earth observation satellites. they are having different devices to sense information from a distance. What are the devices they are using? Basically, on the macro level, devices will be various spectrometers. Wherever you find the term spectrometer, it means you will be studying the chemical composition of different objects. Chemical composition of different objects on the Earth's surface or inside the Earth. What are the different applications for this region? You can study various resources like availability of water, availability of different metals, coal, petroleum, all these things you can study. And along with that, you can also study like the chemical composition of vegetation which is present over the surface of the Earth, like the chemical composition of different hills, etc. Anything can be studied by using spectrometers. Second, high resolution camera which can capture the images if you have pictures of the landscape, you can use it for the urban planning. Urban planning, disaster management. Along with the high resolution camera, you are having thermal cameras or thermal sensors. You can study the temperature of the earth, you can study the temperature of the ocean, you can study the temperature of the atmosphere. So in a way, you can also study the atmosphere related phenomena. These things are possible with the remote sensing satellite. Clear? So it's about all the devices and where you have provided those devices. For communication, the devices used are the transponders. Communication satellites are having the main instrument transponders, and communication satellites are placed at a much higher height in the geostationary or geosynchronous earth orbit, and transponders will be responsible for the communication. And there is one more unique application. That application has nothing to do with the satellite system, that is the study of the traffic. Study of the traffic is done by the radar. Radar stands for radio detection and ranging. Radar means radio detection and ranging. Here we are transmitting radio waves. Radio waves will be interacting with the objects like the cars which are present in a congested traffic or a congested road. So these radio waves will be traveling and they will be interacting with the various cars and they will be reflected back. You will be studying the reflected radio waves, and from this information, from the time lag, like the time taken by the radio waves to travel to a particular spot on the ground and to come back to the original transmitter, this time lag will be different. For example, this is a road, and at one day the traffic will be of this much length, or another day traffic will be of this much length. So for example, here we are using the radar device. On the red light, basically we are using the radar devices. They are sending the radio waves. On the first day, the radio waves will be hitting the ground and they will be coming back to the transmitter after this much distance, and there will be a time lag. This time lag will be smaller as compared to the time lag when the radio waves will be coming up to this much length and they will be coming back. So this time lag, the time lag means the time taken to get back the reflected radio waves. This will be different. From this time lag, you can convert the distance, you can convert it in the form of the distance, and you can come to know up to which length there is a traffic. Clear? And accordingly, the red lights can work depending on the congestion or the traffic available. But here we are not using any remote sensing satellite. This is about the remote sensing. Neither we are using the communication satellite, we are using a different technology. Now with this background, let us look on the different options given for the remote sensing. Assessment of the crop productivity, yes, you can do it. You are having the different spectrometers, high resolution camera, you can convert information from both. Camera will be telling you the area under the cropping. Clear? And you can also study the composition of the cropping, whether it is a forest or it is a like a crop of a particular variety of the crop. So you can study all that information. Locating groundwater resources, yes, it can also be done by using the remote sensing. We are having different spectrometers. Mineral exploration, it can be done. Telecommunication cannot be done with the help of remote sensing. We are having different type of satellites. I told you the telecommunication satellites. This is a different category. Traffic studies is also a different category. So the 4 and 5 both are wrong. Only 1, 2, 3 are right here. So the right answer will be A, 1, 2 and 3 only. The next question, it's about NIF, National Innovation Foundation. We must know about such organizations. This is one of the most important organization. It is one of the autonomous organization under the Department of Science and Technology, which is a department of Ministry of Science and Technology. It was established in the year 2000, and the purpose for which it was established to assist the grassroots innovators, not the organizations. The grassroots innovators, or you can say the people who are having the access of traditional knowledge. So traditional knowledge holders and grassroots innovators are the target people for this NIF, not the agencies or not the institutions. Please remember this fact. Clear? And the head office of this NIF is located in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and year 2000. Autonomous organization. Autonomous means it is free from administrative control from outside agency. And main thing to remember here, the grassroots innovators and traditional knowledge holders. This organization works to support them so that they can commercialize, or they can find out the practical applications for their information, for their innovation. This is the main motive of this organization. With this information, let us look on the different given statements. And the first statement says NIF is an autonomous body of the Department of Science and Technology under the central government. Yes, this is a right statement. NIF is an initiative to strengthen the highly advanced scientific research in India's premier scientific institutions. This is not the objective of this organization. I told you, it is not focused on the scientific institutions. Its main focus is to assist the grassroots innovators and traditional knowledge holders. So this is a wrong statement. Here the answer will be A only, first one. Now the next question. In the context of modern scientific research, consider the following statements about the ice cube. If you know the ice cube, you must know about the basics of everything. This is again a current affairs based question. Ice cube is basically a telescope, underground telescope, which has been spreaded up to 1 kilometer, 1 square kilometer, and this telescope is basically a neutrino detector. Neutrino is a subatomic particle, or you can say a fundamental particle, and it is a particle stated under the standard model of particle physics, and we discussed about the standard model of particle physics. We are having 6 quarks, 6 leptons under the particle category, matter particle category, and 5 force particles under the force particle category. Total we are having 17 particles, and these neutrinos is one of them. Clear? Now if you can study the neutrinos, you can study number of things in the space. What are the different things you can study? You can study about the different stars, black holes, dark matter. Clear? and these neutrinos carry a certain amount of energy, and for this reason you can detect them, but these are very small particles, and these also carry the force with them, energy with them. So you require a special type of detector which is highly sensitive and which is free from external noise. Noise means unwanted signals present in the atmosphere or in the surrounding. For this reason, this ice cube detector is located in the Antarctica, below the ice, up to a distance of 1 kilometer. Clear? So with this information, now let us look on the given options. It is the world's largest neutrino detector encompassing a cubic kilometer of ice. Yes, this is a right statement. Second, it is a powerful telescope to search for dark matter. This statement is also right. Not only if they have stated the only dark matter, then it would have been a wrong statement. They have mentioned only one application to search for the dark matter, which makes it a right statement. Clear? Even if you have the information, UPSC will ask you more than the information. How they are framing the statement, you need to focus on the pattern and the format, and you have to interpret the statement in the right perspective. Here they are not using the term only, so this statement is a right statement. It is buried deep in the ice. This is also a right statement. It is buried deep in the ice. So all the given statements are right about the ice cube, and it is present in the Antarctica. Clear? South Pole. 1, 2 and 3. All given statements are right. The right answer for this question will be the D. The next question, the term Ind arc, sometimes seen in the news, is the name of. See, if you bifurcate this term, Ind arc, it means Indian Arctic Center. Arc stands for Arctic, and you know Arctic is in the North Pole. So it is a center of India to study the polar area, polar regions. So it is already available in the Arctic region and near the North Pole. It is located at a location. That location is very important. If you can remember, that location is between the Norway and the North Pole. This is the Norway and this is the North Pole, and it is located at Kongsfjord. Kongsfjord is a location where this Ind arc is located, Kongsfjord. Here they study different things like impact of various atmospheric phenomena on Indian monsoon, climate change, etc. The studies, cryogenic studies, which can only be done at a very low temperature near to the poles. All those studies are done here, so you can have this information. Now let us look on the different options. Is an indigenously developed radar system. It is not a radar system. This is a research center of India in the Arctic. India's satellite. No, it is not India's satellite. Even if you are reading the first two words, you can easily understand this statement is nowhere related with the given thing in the question. It is not a satellite. You can read the whole statement, but if you are in the exam hall, you can just eliminate the statement by reading few words. A scientific establishment set up by the India in Antarctica region. See, it is not in the Antarctica region, it is in the Arctic region. ARC stands for the Arctic region, India's underwater observatory to scientifically study the Arctic region. This is the right answer for this question. ARC means Arctic, not Antarctic. Let us move on the last question of today. With reference to the neem tree, consider the following statement. Neem tree name is Azadirachta indica. The botanical name of neem is Azadirachta indica, and from its botanical name it has one ingredient, azadirachtin. This is the main ingredient of your neem oil, azadirachtin. It is having certain medical properties. The medical properties are pest repellent, insect repellent. So you can use it as a pesticide, insecticide. Clear? This is one use, and more medical applications can be. You can make like disinfectants. You can make special type of soaps. These things can be made by using this ingredient of the neem oil. We are having neem seeds. Neem seeds contain 45% of the neem oil, and you can have number of medical applications of the neem oil. But there is no paper published regarding the use of neem wood as something which can be used to make fuel. Clear? We have not made any biofuel by using the neem wood. So this statement will be wrong. Other things, other medical applications, or you can say the disinfectant nature or anti-pest nature is well known for the neem. So with this information, now let us look on the given statements. Neem oil can be used as a pesticide to control the proliferation of some species of the insects and the mites. This is a right statement. Neem seeds are used in the manufacture of biofuel and the hospital detergent. This is right. Hospital detergent can be made, but not the biofuel. So the second statement is wrong for this reason. And here, if you know this much, if you have solved this much, then you can see the second wrong, here the second wrong, and we know the first is right. So you can easily go with the C option and you can move on the next question. It's in the exam hall. Now let me tell you the third statement. Neem oil has applications in the pharmaceutical industry. Obviously I told you the different applications in the pharmaceutical industry. So even if you don't know about the third statement, if you are very sure about the second statement, then you can easily go on the right answer, C, 1 and 3, because after eliminating A and D, we are having two options. In the two options, we know the first statement is for sure right, and only there is one option which has statement 1 as a part of the answer. So the C will be the right answer for this question. Now a student has asked something. कोई यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन करता है. सी दिस इज ऑल अबाउट यूपीएससी स्टूडेंट्स ओनली. All the students who are connected with us, they are connected for the UPSC preparation only. If you have any query regarding UPSC exam, I can answer for that. If you want to ask anything, I can answer for your queries. I think the student is not with us, or he may not be having any query. So I am ending today's discussion here, and I will be sharing another 20 questions tomorrow with you. So please go through all the PYQs of all the subjects. It will help you a lot in your exam. And all the best.